Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor, nay, the responsibility, no, the privilege of presenting to you this year's Endwar Rules Document. Okay, kids, we're going to do this Mr. Rogers style. That is, I'm going to show you the page, I'm going to read the page, I'm going to tell you what's going on. First and foremost, there has been a change to this year's theme, apparently. I know they talked about doing something like Arthurian, but screw that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's zombies versus zombies. Humans are banned. Literally, just war. 42069, the rules. Brought to you by your mom, mate. LMAO, got 'em. We start with our periodic table of condiments. There are 26 pages in this document. Seems a bit much, right? Isn't a rules doc just like, play the game, don't suck? Apparently not. Cool. 2 pages of table of condiments. Starting with the conclusion. Welcome to Zombies vs. Zombies at literally just war 42069. Our goal as the moderating team is to create a hardcore, anti-fun, semi-safe environment for all players. This 420cc player handbook, trademark, Taylor's version, was created to ensure that you are about to have your no longer uneaten brains blown. Kaboom! Get wrecked, nerds. This document will explain-ish the rules unique to this event, as well as player conduct expectations. All answers to your questions can be found here. Do not ask the mods questions. They will say check the 420cc player trademark handbook, trademark Taylor's version. Mods are really cool and they can be left the heck alone. Don't identify us. We aren't helpful. If you do ask, that will be a strike. We hope you have a time. Literally, just war 42069. And please, make us make more rules. Test us. We want this. We want your suffering. Handbook terminology and genealogy. We at Literally Just War recognize that terminology varies between campuses, play locations, etc. These are the terms used here. Zombie, a player on the zombie team. Zombie, a player also on the zombie team. Moderator/mod, a person you should not interrupt. Z-Crew, field mod, players who moderate disputes because mods are too busy. Supers, the only reason to play, TBH. Equipment, things you wear, duh. The strike system. As a player, you're responsible for abiding by the rules of the game. In case none of you have picked it up yet, the rules is spelled orc style, like this is Warhammer 40k. D-A-R-O-O-L-Z, with a Z at the end. Again, a Z. This was written by an employee of Sheets. Moving on. In the event that a moderator feels as though any of these rules have been broken, or that a player has done something to even slightly diminish the quality of life for the mods, a moderator may choose to give out a strike, or plural, strikes. At Literally Just War, we operate on a 3-strike system, meaning any infraction that you get 3 strikes right away. Should you receive 3 strikes, you can no longer continue to play ZVZ at Literally Just War 42069 and are put in real-life jail. If no jail cell is empty, you will be placed in a pirate ship's brig. Failing to bring the mods food accounts for a strike, which is actually 3, which means jail. If you show and don't feed the mods, believe it or not, jail right away. We have the best fed mods in the world because of jail. Moderator discretionary spending bill. Every scenario can be covered in this handbook, including the nuance of each individual scenario. When it comes to enforcing the rules, giving 3 strikes, or making a change to the game, moderators use their discretion to decide what is best, because they are the best. Every moderator on the team is experienced and focused on what will ensure a tolerable zombie versus zombie game. Please keep this in mind and respect the sacrifice the mods will make of you too. Cthulhu. Player conductivity test, or a modest proposal to the copper shortage. Players are expected to follow all of the rules outlined here and abide by any university policies while on the North Carolina State campus. This includes, but is not limited to, the following. 1. Keep your issued ID card with you at all times. This ID card identifies you as a registered player at literally just war. Track your strikes and also contains important information. B, we're also holding your actual ID hostage until the end of the game, so you better not lose it. We'll call the cops on you, and if you try to leave, driving without a license is a crime. While playing HVZ on ECU's campus, you must wear your bandana around your foot. It's your shoe now. Enjoy. We are guests on this campus. Do not damage the grounds in any way, but you can injure the sky if you know how. If you are handling a prop for the game, please cherish it like it's a family heirloom. Failure to do so will result in 3 strikes and dishonor on your cow. Literally Just War is a great game and you will enjoy it. It's in the rules that you must enjoy it, and if you are talking about it in Discord, it's in the Discord rules. 2. The salad dressing code. In order to best create suspicion, the Duke Campus Police has worked with the Literally Just War moderator body to come up with regulations that keep players kinda safe. You most likely won't be in any danger. A good rule of thumb is to consider how you look from 30 feet away. Also, how you smell from 30 feet away. If you think you smell from that far, put on some deodorant. Gosh, please. Also, if anything looks remotely dangerous, well, YOLO, I guess. 1. No full face masks, hoods, or other devices that may be worn so as to conceal the identity of the wearer. Half masks are allowed. COVID kills. Any tactical gear beyond a belt or bandolier must be brightly colored and checked with blasters. Furthermore, weighted vests are encouraged. They must weigh about the same in pounds as the maximum temperature in Fahrenheit for the day. Your bandana is required for play at all times and will be orange. Please avoid wearing colors that match or obscure the bandana color. Looking at you, Team Orange shirt. In order to best ensure a seamless play, please refrain from wearing colors. White or black only. Sometimes gray, like Batman. Ghillie suits are strictly funny. Full torso vests can be mistaken for bulletproof vests and are strictly prohibited. Weighted vests are allowed under Rule 2 and dress code. Please remember this is an outdoor event, so swimsuits and flip-flops are encouraged, just like a day at the beach. Registration and vehicle tax. Those who wish to attend ZVZ at Literally Just War may register by carrier pigeon exclusively. In order to ensure that the event runs on schedule, we must insist we receive your pigeon by March 31st. Please note that if you send the pigeon after Wednesday, it will be tired from flying overnight because you caused it to work overtime. Pigeons will not be paid for their overtime. Minor and major policy. Literally Just War is an event open to ages 21 to 24 and 99 to 42,069. However, if a player is outside these age ranges, then they need a full Roman legion to remain with them for the entirety of the ZVZ portion of the event. The Roman legion does not need to be Roman per se. Greeks will do as they are kind of the same, at least in terms of gods, and if it's good enough for gods, it's good enough for us. Furthermore, at registration, the minor and or major and their Roman legion will have to sign a special waiver and allow us to tie one of each of their legs together so they run the event as a 3-legged race. If the two are separated for any reason, they will be asked to return to the starting line and will receive a 10-second penalty. They will also receive 3 strikes. Remember, 3 strikes means jail. During play, if one player in the pair is tagged, the other person is also tagged. So is Jim, so make sure he's nearby. Reminder, the moderators are here to run the event for you and are not here to babysit kids, Karens, and Kyles. These guidelines and your cooperation allow us to keep this game open to minors, 21 to 24, and majors, 99 to 42,069. Rules, again spelled orc style. capital ROOLZ, also Sheets style. Basic AF gameplay. Tag, you're it. A proper tag is defined by elbow to elbow contact. Get your weenuses ready, folks. A tag can also occur by other zombie-approved equipment provided by moderators, such as a pool noodle or a smoker's dodgeball. Good luck getting one, though. Players may shield themselves, but only with a genuine tower shield with their family crest. If a zombie accidentally tags a player in an inappropriate body location, moderators will check to see if consent forms are properly filled out. Others may ship in headcanon. Do not tackle just anyone. Find your friends and tackle them, or join the football team. I find that policy exclusionary. Rugby players invented tackling. What to do when tagged? 1. Cry. 2. Be a zombie. Stuns and honey buns. Zombies are stunned when a zombie hits them with an appropriate stunning method. Approved ammo types from approved blasters. Thrown socks. Any other special mission mechanic. Only humans can handle those items, and they've been banned, so good luck getting your hands on them. After a zombie has been stunned, they should immediately say, "Nuh-uh, you missed," and create a tag dispute. When a zombie respawns, see below, they will replace their bandana around their foot, because all zombies have a foot fetish. And mods, DBH, and their cats. While a zombie is stunned, they must sling insults at whatever stunned them. Zombie respawn camping. In order to respawn, zombies must break dance in sight of humans, which don't exist. Respawn. Rolling respawn glamping. The rolling respawn does not matter. Respawn when the vibe is right, or after you've hurled enough insults. Areas of disinterest. Safe zones. Safe spaces. Sounds like communist propaganda to me, snowflake. During missions, safe zones are up to moderator discretion, and all locations, start times, and end times will be communicated to the players. The amount of safe zones are directly correlated to the number of $100 plus cash bribes received. No play zones, like my bedroom. No play zones are areas on campus where your feet touch the ground. ZVZ is played exclusively via levitation. An instructional guide to levitation will be sent via carrier pigeon after we process your registration. Process times are 3 to 5 business years. With bribe, 3 to 5 business years. Stairs, escalators, and/or elevators. Stairs should no longer be a problem with your newfound powers of levitation. GG. Hail! Hydration station. North Carolina summers are hot. They got us feeling some type of way. I mean, look at all these feet in sandals. To help our players hydrate, and in the game, we will have a designated area set aside where you can get that drink. That drink being literally blasted in the face with a fire hose. See below for location. The picture is not helpful. Play area and campus map. Check Google Maps. It's got the campus. And since we will be levitating, it won't be that relevant. Bosnia, and I'll be honest, I have never been able to pronounce the other half of that for reference. Blasters, throwables, and gear. B and ammo types. 50 cal foam darts. It's N1 darts or bust now, folks. Socks. Full vinyl jackets. Intact ammo. All rival. Rocks. B and blaster types. The Maverick. Anything gas-powered. No fart-powered blasters. We have enough of those destroying our toilets. Anything pink? Anything not pink. Human arm Mark I projectiles. Humans, which don't exist, can use floppy unrolled socks or similar limp and useless items that are approved by Elson. He knows all about limp and useless. Ammo used in blasters may be thrown. Wallets, if they include $100+, may be thrown at mods to stun them if they are active. If the wallet contains more than 500, please only throw it at Wormy. Pocket zombies are expensive. Any child under the age of 4. Any child over the age of 4. Literally any child. Any thrown projectile must leave the hand of the thrower to count as a stun. Socks must be rolled if tied to a limp sock and flung about. Socks may be filled with anal beads. The beads must be moist. If it doesn't squish, You didn't put enough anal beads in. Throw everything, even blasters. Melee, allowed! Must be made of foam or equally not painful material. Can be soaked in the blood of your enemies for extra power. Super Smash Bros. Melee, also allowed! No items, Fox only, final destination. Please comment on this video explaining that comment. I don't know anything about Super Smash Bros. Blaster and gear restrictions. Blasters and gear will be checked prior to use by an incompetent, literally just war moderator, as well as a stipper dressed like a cop. Blasters will be checked via a chronograph using feet per second. Feet. The officer will be checking to ensure that blasters and gear being used will not be mistaken for anything dangerous and or suspicious. They will know what they are packing and need to know what you are. The officer will have final say. Any argument with the officer will result in punishment they may find entertaining. The moderator will be checking blasters to ensure they are within the FPS cap. At literally just war, the FPS cap is twofold, with a 420 soft cap and a 6969 FPS hard cap. This means no 5 money shot average shall exceed 420 FPS. No single money shot shall exceed 6969. For Mega XL and Demolisher rockets, the cap is as much as you will bribe the mods. Should either or both of these limits be exceeded, the blaster will be scrapped for parts. We will be utilizing quantum mechanics to determine if your blaster is or isn't safe to use. We understand that measuring things on the quantum scale changes the outcome. We just don't care. For example, the Nerf Elite 2.0 Moto Blitz will count as 41 blasters. No attachments to a blaster that project light, flashlights, lasers, etc. Flashlights are permitted so long as they utilize electrons that act as waves only and not particles. Electrons acting as particles are acceptable in electron accelerators. No real steel attachments. Please use unobtainium, vibranium, or adamantium. Example, Flash 1 wave trimming Addy armor. Blasters in buildings. The only blasting in buildings should be happening over a toilet. Super zombies, also spelled the Orcish way, S-U-P-A. Commoner, aka the poor, supers. Common supers are super zombies that humans, which don't exist, may encounter at any point during the game and have mechanical tweaks compared to basic AF zombies. Boom shakalaka! Boom shakalaka are identified by a 6-foot long capped PVC pipe with a bright pool noodle on the tip that they will carry around. Boom shakalaka have no stun mechanic. Boom shakalaka may not tag humans, which don't exist. Instead, while active as a zombie, boom shakalaka may choose to pop by first yelling boom shakalaka and then begin a Gregorian chant. The boom shakalaka is active so long as the chant is going. During the chant, any stunned zombie, except the boom shakalaka, can run around the boom shakalaka and give an optional high five to respawn immediately. Upon completion of the chant, the boom shakalaka is stunned and respawns again only after the Pope says okay. Boom shakalakas, when not popped, have no movement mechanic. They go where the wind takes them. Guard dogs are identified by a 4x3 cardboard tower shield that they will use telekinesis on to hold in front of them. Guard dogs can use this shield to protect themselves and others from incoming fire, but otherwise have no stun mechanic changes as compared to a basic AF zombie. Guard dogs have no tag mechanic. Guard dogs have multiple movement mechanics. Jim, Tim, Slim, and Grim all work on guard dogs as mechanics. Smoking in the boss room. Smokers are identified by wearing the Smoker Bear fursuit. They may also be carrying a comically large pack of Luckies. Lucky Strikes means fine tobacco. Smokers have no stun mechanic changes as compared to basic AF zombies. Smokers, in addition to being able to look real cool holding a cigarette, have a ball that can be thrown. A thrown smoker ball is live and can tag humans which don't exist, so long as the ball has eaten all of its vegetables. A thrown ball may ricochet off one player to another. Both players would be considered tagged. The ball also chooses a third, because it's kinky like that. A smoker ball hits on a blaster, it's still live. If the ball only hits a player's blaster and not the player themselves, it does not count as a tag. Humans may not exist, and the smoker ball rolls a d20, DC save of 14 to seduce the hit-on blaster. After throwing the smoker ball, the smoker is inactive and must go to the store for a pack of smokes. Please come back, Dad. It's been 20 years. The smoker ball may not be thrown over the road. Doing so may result in the issuance of a strike to the offending parties. Reminder, 1 strike equals 3 strikes, and 3 strikes equals jail. Smokers have no movement, the physical limitation of lung damage incurred by smoking that heavily are debilitating after that. Don't smoke cigarettes. Smoke meat instead. North Carolina barbecue, greater than everyone else. I'm going to go ahead and editorialize and demonstrate an issue with this section of the document to state that North Carolina barbecue is superior to everyone else is a dramatic disservice to the varied nature of barbecue across these United States and beyond. It is one thing to claim a specific style of barbecue as your preferred. It is another to say that one is best. It is unfair. Tanks. Tanks are identified by the Army green paint job coating the rolling monstrosity that should honestly never be seen on a college campus. Tanks are armored motorized vehicles used in war. Tanks have no tag mechanic changes as they are a giant rolling tank. Tanks have increased movement mechanic changes as compared to a basic AF zombie as they are literally a vehicle of war meant to traverse extreme terrain. Mission supers. This is spelled correctly in the American parlance, S-U-P-E-R-S. Mission supers are super zombies that you may encounter during a particular mission. Players will be misinformed in the mission briefing because it amuses the mod team. For literally just war 42069, we plan on stealing supers from other clubs and dropping them in randomly with no cohesion or forethought. Territory mine supers. Territory mine supers are a new addition for literally just war 42069 to work in conjunction with the territory mine system. The supers are played by your local librarian and will be locked to a specific designated territory mine on campus. Territory mine supers are always active. Defeat mechanics will be discovered through play by humans, which don't exist. The Bun Zerker. The Bun Zerker is identified by a large stuffed bunny and 2 real axes. The Bunzerker cannot be stunned. The only way to stun the Bunzerker is to defeat the Bunzerker, which I'm certain can't be done. Alternatively, running in fear will also save you, temporarily. The Bunzerker can tag humans, which don't exist, only by entering charge state. They throw their adorable stuffed bunny. Once the bunny is thrown, the Bunzerker yells and charges towards the bunny in a straight line. As they run, they hold out their real axes. During this charge, anyone hit with the real axes will be decapitated. After their charge, the Bunzerker has a 10-second cooldown before they can initiate another charge. Water breaks are important for our librarian friends, too. The Bunzerker has no movement mechanic changes aside from their charge state, explained above, and from being confined to their specific territory. Mine! I'm going to go ahead and present an issue with this as well. In order for an axe to decapitate someone, it has to be moving at a significant speed and have a significant edge. I don't believe that anyone we know in the hobby can move that fast. The Lawyer. The Lawyer is identified by their yellow tank vest and Ace Attorney cosplay. The Lawyer is stunned by stunning socks, so wear your best. Upon being stunned, the Lawyer yells, "Objection!" It's literally just Ace Attorney, folks, and pulls aside the human that tagged it. In areas of confusion, the lawyer will have to use their best discretion, or a human may volunteer on who is pulled aside. They may also consult with Denny Crane from Boston Legal. The human who doesn't exist, pulled aside, is advised they must sign some paperwork in order to avoid litigation for assault by stunning socks, just so committed. The human player, which doesn't exist, may not leave until the paperwork is signed and notarized as well. The human, which doesn't exist, player is to be considered inactive during the time of signing. The lawyer may begin a countdown timer if they believe the human, which doesn't exist, to be stalling. Stunning the lawyer does not defeat the lawyer. The lawyer has no tag mechanic changes as compared to basic AF zombies. The lawyer has no movement mechanic changes as compared to a standard Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney zombie. The Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor will be identified by a purple vest along with a giant bag full of virus vials. The purple vest indicates the Plague Doctor can be stunned the same way as a purple vest tank. Tanks aren't really stunned so much as disabled via sticky bombs to the tracks or just good old explosions. The purple vest is a fashion statement. Stunning the Plague Doctor does not defeat the Plague Doctor. In addition to the standard tag mechanic. The Plague Doctor may throw virus vials. These viruses in the vials are always live and make contact with a human, which doesn't exist. Player or their gear at any time will result in infection. Time for bed rest. The Plague Doctor has no movement mechanic changes as compared to a basic AF zombie, aside from being confined to their specific territory. Mine! The Holy Monk. The Holy Monk is identified by something that fits the vibe and their hula hoops. The Holy Monk has no stun mechanic changes as compared to a basic AF zombie. When stunned, however, the Holy Monk will lay down a hula hoop while giggling. To respawn, the Holy Monk must pick up a previously placed hula hoop while also giggling. The stunning of a Holy Monk does not defeat a Holy Monk. The Holy Monk has no tag mechanic changes as compared to the basic AF zombie. The Holy Monk has no movement mechanic changes as compared to a basic AF zombie, aside from being confined to their specific territory. Mine! The Holy Monk hula hoop mechanic. The Holy Monk will start each mission with that mission's number plus some more for funsies. Tongue out emoji. The Holy Monk will place all but one of their hula hoops down in their territory. Mine! Before the start of every mission, the hula hoops have two functions. If a zombie player steps into the hula hoop with both feet, they immediately respawn and gain 50 coals cash. If a human, which does not exist, player steps into or onto the hoop in any capacity, they immediately become a zombie and have to give the mods $50 each. Territories. Mine! The designated play area will be divided into 4 territories. Mine! Green, blue, yellow, pink, as shown on the map below. Each territory, mine, will have a territory, mine, super, a pillar, and a series of territory, mine, side quests. 1. Territory mine super mechanics were laid out above. Please reread to familiarize yourself with their mechanics. These are very real and very cool. These supers will be active at all times because they are very hungry. Green territory, mine, will host the Berserker. Blue territory, mine, will host the Plague Doctor. Yellow territory, mine, will host the Holy Monk. And pink territory mine will host the Lawyer. Objection. Pillars. Pillars will have 3 parts: the bottom base, the middle orb, and the top. Upon completion of a side quest, one of Merlin's designated magical deputies, MDMD, or Dr. Give Me the News, I got a bad case of loving you, will remove the appropriate piece of the pillar, revealing the next part of the territory side quest chain. Google Translate. Original gangsters and/or zombies. Original zombies, OZ, will be chosen from the local YMCA pool during adult free swim. They will start mission 1 as zombies with the following mechanics. Each OZ will be given a standard Magic the Gathering deck of either mono red, blue, white, or black. No green. Upon tagging a human, which doesn't exist, they will play a game of Magic. If the OZ wins, the human, which doesn't exist, is now a zombie and is banned from their local Friday Night Magic. If the human, which doesn't exist, wins, the OZ must give up their deck and run to the local target to buy the human, which doesn't exist, a couple of boosters. To turn back into a human player, the OZ needs to win a GP and give Elson the prize money. Wormies are expensive. Optional zombie ammo retrieval and return. Zombies will be given trash bags and the optional task of collecting ammo during missions to be turned in. It's not actually optional. It's required. Failure to do so will result in a strike, which is 3 strikes, which is literal jail. Doing so will allow them to purchase freedom from jail. Ammo value. Each dart does not have a set value. Instead, we accept only full bags, so get shot at a lot, basically. Luckily, N1 darts, the only allowable dart, are fairly chonky, so you should fill the bag quicker than if they used half darts, and you say we never do anything for you. Freedom prices! The price and availability of freedom from literal jail will be determined during missions and will be announced during mission briefings. The prices will be fixed for the duration of the mission. Turn-in locations! Field mods, water stations, and briefing rooms are all potential turn-in locations. We promise it's not an elaborate ruse to jail you. Purchase times. Freedom from jail is only purchased between missions unless you pay cash. Bribes are always accepted. First aid, coordination, and emergencies. Player safety is the number 2 or 3 priority. Okay, well, let's just say it's on the list of priorities of literally just war. Moderation team. To ensure a safe-ish experience for all, we have a first aid team on site made up of helicopter parents who won't let you do anything fun and or a 5-year-old with a Band-Aid. They can be reached via carrier pigeon. Care can also be obtained at the ER or urgent care. I'd honestly just go there. If you have medical conditions, screech about violating HIPPO without actually knowing what you're saying, because voluntarily giving that information over to people is definitely an infringement on your rights, and you're the main character after all. Minor medical event. In the case of a minor medical event, call the minor's parents or a guardian. They should be keeping a better eye on their kid. If you cause the injury to the minor, make sure to cover your legal bases. The waivers protect literally just war, not you. Medical emergency. In the case of a medical emergency, a player may yell for a medic. Calling an ambulance would probably be better. But honestly, there's a hospital pretty close to campus, so if you're loud enough, the EMTs outside on a smoke break could hear you. If a moderator is in the area, they will take control of the scene and call EMTs like you should have done, instead of just yelling like a madman, madwoman, or mad person. We don't discriminate here. Like really, how hard is it to call 911? Sure, campus services at 704-687-2200 would be faster, but you aren't actually going to take that number down. We know that. We even put it on your player ID. You still won't use it, but you should be able to dial 911. Or 0118-999-881-999-119-7253. If you've had a bit of a tumble. That's easy to remember. So if you've made it to this point, congratulations. Honestly, we didn't expect anyone to actually read this, but I did. I read it for you. All of it. Happy April Fools, nerds.